Darts and pleats are done in the same manner. The only difference being darts end at a point and pleats do not. Wait till you see how I do darts. My students love this. It's as much fun as how I do a zipper. With this pattern, I have darts in the back and pleats in the front. Your pattern may vary, so let's do darts first. Take your pattern piece and nip the top point of your darts. Make sure to use only the tip of your scissor. I don't care how great a sewer you are. You may just sneeze and cut too far down. We want just a little nip. Now mark the dot of the point with a piece of chalk. Just stick a pin in the dart point. And chalk this point. Make sure to chalk the other side also, so that both pattern pieces are marked. I'm going to leave in my pins, so hopefully you can see those dart points a little better. Now, working on the wrong side of your skirt, take a piece of transparent tape. I'm going to use white tape so that you can see it. Line up a piece of tape from the left nip to the dart point. Make sure to use one solid piece that will fit the length. Again, look for your two nips. Go from the left nip to your dart point. Fold this dart, lining up your nips, and pin in place. Make those nips match, and your tape should come to a point. You can pin like this, but you'll have to remember to remove your pins, or you can pin across. It's a personal preference. Now, we're going to sew this dart using this tape as a guide. I am going to sew this complete skirt with a contrasting thread so that all my stitching will show up for you better. Make sure you're using thread to match your fabric. When starting your stitching, make sure to lock them in. Go back and forward. Also, make sure to stitch next to this tape, not on it. It is very hard to remove tape that has been sewn in place. See how this tape gives you a straight guide to follow. Go to the end of your dart, that point down there, and lock it in. Now let's do just one more. We're going to line up our two nips. There's my chalk mark down there. My pin fell out already. That's why it's always good to chalk and not pin. I can see it, but you probably can't. Also, when sewing darts, make sure to sew from the nip to the point. Also, some will tell you never to lock in stitching at the dot point because it will cause bulk. Now ladies, I don't know about you, but I don't worry about the extra bulk of a back stitch at the bottom of my dart. You'll do the back darts on the other pattern piece in the same manner than this, since we have two pieces to complete our back. Now let's go on to show how to iron these darts. Remove the tape and your pins to press your darts. Cut your tails off. Darts always get pressed towards the center, whether it's center front or center back. This is the center back of this garment because this is my extension. I happen to know this. You may have to refer to your tissue to find out which is your center back. So this dart will be pressed this way because this is the center back. This one will also be pressed this way. Now, remember, like I told you in level 1, always press on both sides and use a pressing cloth. We want to make sure that these darts are pressed completely open. If your fabric does not want to hold the press well, you may stick a pin in at the top to keep these darts in place. I hate to find out later I pressed for nothing.